power of this storm up and down the Gulf Coast. Here's video showing high winds and heavy rain in the Port Arthur area near Sabine Lake, where more than 43,000 people now without power in southeast Texas. Louisiana, of course, ground zero. Here's video from the community of Creole north of Rutherford Beach. You can see the storm surge pushing water over the highways. Some folks even trying to drive through the high water, always a dicey thing to do. Damage already spotted in Lake Charles as the storm approached this morning. Our hearts go out to these folks as they deal with a second hurricane in just 6 weeks. We've live teamed.
As far as the wind speed is concerned, as Laura was, now the Delta's making landfall, but Lake Charles, Jennings, all the way to Lafayette, they're getting very heavy wind and rain right now, hurricane force along I-10 right there. That's where the storm is making landfall. That's the northern eyewall where the strongest winds are, Lake Charles to Lafayette. You can see how things have really settled down here. The rain has exited. There are a few sprinkles, but that's about it. These are current winds, only 29 miles an hour in Galveston now after seeing gusts to near 60. Beaumont's got a north wind at 38. I'm suspicious about that report of a current sustained wind of 37 in Lake Charles. I think it's probably stronger than that. They may be having some issues with the wind meter there, but they've got a gust of 54, Lafayette gust of 45. We had a gust of 45 in Galveston over the past half an hour, but that's been the biggest gust we've seen in an hour or so. Things are beginning to back off here in southeast Texas as we just have had our glancing blow from Delta, and now things are going to improve. Still breezy, but the rain ends. We get slow clearing this evening. It's going to be a nice Friday night here in Houston. We'll go over the weekend forecast when I see you again in a few minutes, Len.
All right, we'll see you then. Let's see how things are doing on Galveston Island tonight. David Gonzalez along the seawall. David?
Hey, Len, yeah, it feels like 2 different days today, all in one. Earlier today, it was rainy, it was windy, but tonight, as David Paul just mentioned, it's turning into a beautiful evening. As you can see behind me, some people even coming out to the beach to enjoy what's left of their Friday. But if you check out this video from earlier today, it's very different. You could see just how big some of these waves were. The surf was really rough out here at Galveston Beach. Strong wind gusts blowing more than 50 miles an hour at times, pushing through this area. The county did report some minor flooding, and at one point more than 2,000 power outages were reported, mainly on the west end of the island. At the height of the storm, some surfers debated getting into the water.
Maybe come and take a look and just leave it at that. But if you know what you're doing, you know you can handle yourself. Obviously, you're strapped to the board, so you know there's ways to be safe out there. But again, if it's incredibly big, or I mean, that's pretty wonky out there as it is. So we're not going to go out right now. So.
Some drivers took advantage of the Galveston ferry earlier today before they stopped running boats around 2:30 this afternoon. The ferry will resume service as soon as they think weather conditions have improved enough. And like I mentioned, many people are coming out to the beach tonight to enjoy what's left of their Friday night. But as David Fall also mentioned, things are expected to be beautiful out here in Galveston, and many people out here are also very thankful that Delta stayed away and didn't cause any damage to this area. And tonight they're thinking of all the people in the storm's path. Back to you.
Yeah, we certainly are. So glad, David, that folks decided not to go out and try and surf in that. Let's go to Aniela Ruiz. She's in Kemah on Galveston Bay with a look at conditions there. Aniela?
Well, hey, Lynn, conditions have improved out here in the Kemah area. We can see the wind has also died down in this area. The water has started to recede, but all of this peaked here in Kemah at around 2 p.m. Take a look at video we shot earlier. This was here in Kemah, right next to the Kemah boardwalk. You can see the biggest problem was the wind. Those tropical storm gusts caused some very choppy conditions on Galveston Bay. The waves crashing on the piers, but many curious residents came out to try and get a glimpse of the conditions. We spoke with one woman from Pasadena. She tells us she believes the conditions here in the Bay were much worse today than what they were for Hurricane Laura.
The difference that just a day can make to change, I mean, it's fun to watch, but it's also scary. I feel sorry for the people in Louisiana.
Again, we're all feeling very lucky here today. No major damage was reported and no major flooding. But again, our heart goes out to our neighbors in Louisiana. Reporting in Kemah, Anayeli Ruiz, KHOU 11 News.
All right, Anayeli, thank you. We're keeping track of Delta, and we need your help. Alice Jensen sent us this video of high winds near her home on the west side of Galveston. She sent it through the KHOU app with our new Near Me feature. or feature rather, as this storm comes in. We want you to share your photos and videos, just like Alice did, so we can get a better idea of the damage caused by Delta.
Probably not helping. That's because I wait my hurt. And then I started doing this thing where like I'll wait until I'm way too dehydrated